Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and welcome back to another episode of r/quityourbollocks, because as long as people are going to keep talking bollocks online, the bollocks police are going to be out on patrol. The developer behind Bugsnax has explained further what the game actually is. Haha, no we haven't. This is actually genuinely quite concerning, because I won't lie, IGN is where I get a lot of my video game information from. Whenever there's going to be like a new release of something or a DLC, I do often read IGN articles, and to think that they're spreading fake news, even if it's something this small. Like, why start fake news about the developer of Bugsnax? It is so weird. Tide Pods and vaccines share 15 of the same ingredients. And we share like 80% DNA with banana peels. What's your frickin' point? It's true. We do indeed. We're basically just complex bananas. Really though, like one of the shared ingredients is definitely going to be water. It's like how salt is produced. Like if you look at sodium and chlorine on their own, then they're very toxic, but put them together and you got like table salt. It's just ridiculous. To Waxify Candles, still waiting for my order to be delivered. So disappointed with your service. And then Waxify Candles responded with, "Hi there, I find this comment very unfair. We shipped your order less than 5 hours after you placed it. I would say that's pretty amazing service. Royal Mail are 2 to 10 working days for deliveries during this global pandemic, and they are doing an amazing job. I hope it arrives soon." This isn't so much quit your bollocks as, you know, Karen's being Karen. Like, that's one thing that I noticed. As I've mentioned in previous videos, my partner is an artist, an independent artist, so, you know, working during the pandemic has meant that sometimes shipping can be a little bit tricky for us, as it is for absolutely everyone. And we have come across our fair share of Karens like this, so it really doesn't surprise me that they're getting arsey. But I do like the fact that it was just a Facebook comment and they went back and found the order. It was like, nope, we're not standing for this. We're going to tell them exactly what we think. So this was a tweet from Tim Kennedy, who is a well-known mixed martial artist if you're into that sort of thing. "We did this yesterday for almost 45 minutes. The average pour was anywhere from 10 to 60 seconds. You can try to hold your breath, but the water pools at the back of your sinuses running down your eyes and nose. Plain and simple, it's not torture." And then some hashtags. "Getting voluntarily waterboarded is not torture when conducted in a controlled environment in which you are mentally prepared, can leave at any time, and you're surrounded by people who'll make sure to keep you safe. Plain and simple. They're not even waterboarding him properly. The source needs to be directly over the mouth to prevent any air from breaching the cloth to his lungs." Did they just put it over his nose? What was their point in this, Mr. Kennedy? Seriously, why are you trying to prove that waterboarding isn't torture? I mean, like, first of all, waterboarding is torture, plain and simple. But why would you need to, like, say, oh no, this is why we should allow waterboarding? It's a horrendous practice. It's absolutely disgusting. It's against human rights. I don't understand why somebody would, like, do this pathetic display in an attempt to show that waterboarding is fun. Also, what he actually said is not torture when he said, oh, you can try to hold your breath, but the water pools at the back of your sinuses running down your eyes and nose. That sounds like torture. That sounds horrendous. That genuinely sounds so... It sounds like it burns. I mean, I don't understand how anybody considered that that's not torture. And also, like they said before, you know, if it's a controlled environment, a lot of it is the psychological damage that it does rather than just the physical. It's the idea that you don't know if they're just going to keep going until you drown. It's why fake mock executions are a form of torture, because, you know, you might have a gun put to the back of your head and hear a click and then you're not actually hurt, but you think you're going to die. So this went really serious. I'm trying to run a freaking comedy channel and I'm here having to talk about why waterboarding is torture. But it does look like people are just calling him out on this absolute bollocks. And seriously, if you're trying to do, like, this weird experiment to, like, promote waterboarding, then you really need to, like, have a word with yourself. This freaking internet tough guy showing he can do internet tough guy stuff. Like, you know, you're not proving any kind of strong masculinity with this. If anything, you're just proving that you're a pretty crappy person. From r/cheating stories. "My wife caught me cheating. I kept cheating online and I did it right after my wife's dad passed. She's a well-known psychic all around the world and I know I can't get away with it, yet I still cheat. Someone help me." "You're a damn fool." "You're forgot to switch accounts. Yeah, this is another one that I don't understand. I mean, I understand people lying online, it happens quite common. I mean, when I was 13, I used to make up random crap about myself just so that people online could think I was cool, and now that I look back on it, it's like, oh god, what were you thinking, you dumb teenager? But why would you make up a story about cheating? It's like the whole story behind it that, oh no, my wife's dad has passed and now I'm worried that as she's psychic, he's going to tell her from the spirit realm that I'm flirting with women online. Like, you know? Like, he says, I keep cheating online. I just don't understand why this would all sort of connect together. It's a really crappy cheating story as well as being bollocks. I guess this could be one of those ones where they were actually wanting karma on their main account, which was where the comment is, as opposed to the story itself. But again, why would you just think saying you're a fool would do something? I think the spookiest thing that happened last night at Horror Nights was when Terry Crews rudely said, no, when I asked for a picture. No, the scariest thing I saw was you rudely pushing through my kids like a zombie to ask for one. My goodness, what is it that when people are in the public eye, then others just assume that they have rights to, like, their whole life, that there's absolutely no privacy? You know, why would you push his kids out of the way? Seriously, like, there's this huge lack of treating people in the public eye like human. That is just so weird. And the fact that they went on to just make this nasty tweet calling him rude because he wasn't happy after, this person shoved their kids. Like, stop it. I mean, these are like, this is my dog. And then, Why do people lie about the dogs that they have? Like, just say, I found this really cute dog. I say this a lot. I say that I don't understand why people would want to pretend certain things. So, I don't understand why somebody would feel the need to fake a dog. You know, you can just share pictures of cute dogs. Why do you feel the need to attach this dog to you? But also, why when it's like the first image search when you look for that specific breed? I mean, it's so easy to figure it out. There's no better way to get in shape than to prepare for a triathlon. This guy will tell you. At Outside Magazine, I'm that guy, and no, I won't tell you that. Thanks, Rich. Oh, was it with people thinking that they could just use someone's photo and be like, oh, this is a fit guy, so we'll use him to promote whatever thingy we're trying to promote. Yet another magazine that's proved to be absolute bollocks. There's way too much of this going on. Eric Andre says middle-aged white people at Netflix wanted to cut a police skit from his new special. No, I don't. Well, at least they did follow the advice and didn't, at Eric Andre. But still, if you write someone's name quite clearly, then they're going to be able to find it. But why even lie in the first place? Brooklyn vegan, you're not making yourself look good. If you want people to get on the V train, then you've got to give them actual facts and not, talk bollocks. Puerto Rican here, living in the US though. Thank you, Trump, for sending this hospital ship to us. Much appreciated. Weird. In another post you said you're Indian. Oh, you're the Donald Shetty poster. Cambodian/Vietnamese guy here. I don't see why someone can't be both Puerto Rican and Indian. Perhaps OP's parents come from both countries and he identifies as both. In my case, my mum is from Cambodia and my dad is from Vietnam. I therefore identify as both Cambodian and Vietnamese. LMAO, you posted with the same account. Why do they have to make up things? Well, in fact, I don't even know why I'm asking because I know why. Trump supporters are mostly white, unsurprisingly, and in order to make him seem not racist, they generally make up supporters. Like, they'll say, oh yeah, you'll see the amount of them, I'm a black guy and I don't find this offensive, and then there's a white selfie a couple of things later, and this is exactly it. First you say that you're Puerto Rican, and then he's, Cambodian and Vietnamese and Indian, come on. If anything, he's just proved that he's lying about all of it. And not only that, but Puerto Rico is in the US. It is, obviously it's not in the mainland, but it's part of the US. Michy Batshuayi admits his Chelsea future is totally out of his hands. Sorry, but I never had this interview, lol. I've been chilling on a jet ski for 3 days. Oh, that's like the typical boasting to just freaking cut them down. I love that. But why would you pretend to have an interview? Like it's not like people in the public eye don't Google themselves. They just prefer not to read the comments. You know? Who would have thought that a publication called Squawk and News would come into disrepute? I am a 15-year-old boy. I mainly consider myself as gay since I am attracted by guys, but sometimes it is rare. I felt it yesterday, but not today. I feel also attracted to some girls. Thus, am I gay or bi or something else? First of all, no. How come that you were 13 yesterday and now you're 15, thus skipping 2 years in a day? Quit your BS, find a normal life. Again, I feel a little unsure on this one. I mean, of course, yeah, there was bollocks. Somebody can't age 2 years in a day. That's, just time. We can't change that. However, is it somebody sort of looking into their, orientation? I think it could be somebody that's between the ages of 13 and 15, or at least somebody that's young who is unsure. Maybe they thought that by saying that they were 15 instead of 13, that they would be more likely to get an honest response. I'm a bit unsure on this one. My mother told my grandson, if you're bad, Santa will not give you gifts under the tree. My grandson told her, I don't believe in Santa. I believe in God, and through him all things are possible. He is only 3, but he knows the words. Can I get an amen? My mother is out here lying on Facebook. My nephew speaks in Power Ranger quotes. He ain't saying none of this. What is it with Facebook boomers and just wanting to make their children seem like holy or godly or insightful? It's like that child never said that. Can you imagine if a 3-year-old just turned and said, I believe in God and through him all things are possible? You'd be like, right, I've got a baby sociopath here. I've got a baby serial killer about to turn up. Frick, man, there are some clingy ass girls in this world, goddamn. Green knows who it is. Just stay away from the ones that want kids and you'll be fine. Lol, yep. And then some screenshots from Mr. Red over here. Hey. 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 Yeah, it was. Hey. 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 Hey, ... on that one. It's always the way with these creepy entitled guys, I swear. They're always the ones that don't take no for an answer for women, but of course any woman that's not interested or is interested and just happens to not be attractive is crazy or whatever. What a freaking terrible guy. If you're gonna try and complain about women or whatever, don't be a freaking creep at the same time and have clear evidence. It's so cringe. From r/confessions, when I was in the 8th grade, I locked a teacher outside his classroom by jamming nails and paper clips into the lock hole where you put in the key. There was a mean teacher named Mr. Smith. He was rumoured to be the mean teacher on campus. I tried to test him by making him be mean to me, yell at me to try and look cool in front of the other kids. To see me as brave, I could not yet. I sneaked past the teachers keeping watch because his classroom was the last one closest to the parking lot. I went around the teachers, went in and jammed paper clips and nails into the keyhole in the lock. I watched and tried to stay from a distance and watch as late as possible. As the bell rang to go to class, I saw him call the janitor. I did it again 1 to 2 more times that day. I got into trouble and had to pay $35 to repair that lock. I also did the same thing to the custodian room. I did not get caught for that one, and I also tried to do to the front office door. A kid was next to me and asked the other kid, what is he doing? I still laugh to this day. Cool story, bro. So, going with your post history, you also got into a fight and never told your parents, wanted to bring wire cutter to cut the cafeteria power box, that is just so dumb, said in front of a black guy you wanted to join the KKK, flattened tires of people who annoyed you, you vandalized the restaurants, you called 911 and told them there was a bomb at your high school but only got a warning? Nope, not buying it. It's true, I swear, I was a crazy kid, please believe me, I'm not making this up. I know it's true, my past, if you don't believe me, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Let's hear your crazy confessions, so what do you got? I don't go through your post history and say I don't believe you. It's because they're not claiming anything. They're not claiming random wild, in inverted commas, wild stories in order to try and get attention. That's why you don't need to go through their freaking post history. Also that whole, well, what crazy confessions do you have? Like, they're not posting to crazy confessions, or rather just confessions. You're the one that's trying to make these claims. You can't turn it around and put it on someone else to try and prove something just because you're lying. And also the thing is that everyone on Reddit is a freaking skeptic. You get r/that happens on everything, and if you are telling the truth and someone goes, oh, this is clearly fake, then it's just kind of like, think it's fake if you want. It doesn't matter. But only people that have been caught out in their lies like just get this offended by it. Hey Jacksonville, we can't wait to open our doors to you and your family. The American flag is supposed to be flown higher than any other country's flag here. Our flags are flown according to US States Code. G, when flags of 2 or more nations are displayed, they are to be flown from separate staffs of the same height. The flag should be approximately equal size. International usage forbids the display of the flag of one nation above that of another nation in the time of peace. Title 4, United States Code, Chapter 1, Section 7, Position and Manner of Display, Subpoint G. Boom! This is the most American thing I've ever seen. There is nothing more American than some dumb, patriotic American demanding some crap, and then someone from frickin' Sweden tells them that they're wrong according to the United States Code. This is it. Oh, honestly, the amount of, like, weirdly arrogant patriotism with Americans just confuses me. I don't understand why there are flags everywhere. Do you forget which country you're in? This also reminds me of a thing I saw where they were talking about the way to get rid of a flag that's no longer fit for purpose, like if it's been damaged or something, and they were looking through the United States Code as to like the proper way to get rid of a flag, because you can't just put it in the bin. And it actually said that the best way to get rid of like a desecrated flag was by burning it. Like, what? Like, the United States Code says that you should burn flags that are no longer fit for use. And then the amount of anyone who burns a flag should be put in jail for the rest of their life. America! I don't like patriotism at all. I find patriotism in any country is just grotesque, because if you are overly patriotic, then you're kind of unwilling to see the bad things that your country does. Like, I mean, I'm British, but, you know, the UK sucks. We just suck so much. We've done so much wrong. The Mountain with his brothers is the definition of B. You thought Game of Thrones not official. The Mountain with his brothers. And then, of course, Thor Bjornsson said, these are 2 basketball players in Iceland, not my brothers. I actually don't have a brother, I have 2 sisters. Oh, I saw he just did like the little 2 girls thing and like added his sisters. That's really sweet. But seriously, like, why even bother to say, oh, they're actually his brothers? Why not just say, hey, if you think that the Mountain is tall, which he, you know, objectively is, look at him next to these 2, like, basketball players for the Icelandic basketball team. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I don't understand why do people make lies up just because they think it's slightly more interesting. It's not freaking worth it. You want 15 per hour at McDonald's? I wake up with a dong harder than your job. Very disrespectful, especially when you couldn't even keep a job at McDonald's. Okay, Mum, you didn't have to go too far with it, just a post. Side note, yes, absolutely, they should get more than 15 per hour. Every single job, no matter what that freaking job is, even if it is McDonald's. And not only that, but McDonald's people deal with so much crap. Everyone has seen the amount of Karens, and like this new freaking Officer Karen that was crying because she didn't get her Egg McMuffin, and like, the people at McDonald's are way more of a hero than Officer Karen was. They should be thanked a lot more. They deal with so much crap and they risk getting these burns and everything, and you don't think that they should get a proper wage for it? Like, shame on you. But also, the fact that, like, the person that was posting this couldn't even keep a freaking job at McDonald's, and their mum called them out, their mum. Even their mum was like, you're talking crap. I love that. Do I look nice? Yes, you look so stunning, Queen. Ooh, called the F out. r/quit your BS freaking activated. You know that was the person that, like, posted this as well. That's the thing, is like so many of these people, again, I don't want to give catfishing advice, this is absolutely terrible, but why pick a model? Why just like, they're Googling like pretty girl or whatever and just posting that. Surely you could go into someone's Instagram or whatever and find something that's not so easily found literally everywhere and use that. Not that you should, catfishing is bad, but if you're gonna catfish, don't be a bloody idiot about it and get caught out and humiliate yourself. In fact, no, do, because then maybe you won't catfish again. That's it for this episode of r/QuitYouBollocks. I didn't know that people actually told lies on the internet until now. If you enjoyed hearing from this subreddit or would like to hear from any other subreddit, then do let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you all next time.